Alright, hello. Welcome to the sixth episode of the On the Chase podcast. We're finally recording another. Uh, I'm Gurge. Joining me today is only Andrew this time. Lane is non-existent for the next couple of months.
Yep, unfortunately.
Yeah, due to work for him, he won't be around, so it'll probably just be me and Andrew and, I don't know, whoever else jumps in. Um,
Yeah,
so it's been a really long time since the last one,
sure
including
has.
a Yeah, including an episode that we did record and then never released for reasons. Uh,
Yes.
yeah. Uh, Sidetracking me, seeming like I was drunk even though I wasn't. That was an interesting one.
Yeah, it
Um,
sure was.
I don't even remember what happened since the last time we recorded, but we're gonna talk about mainly states and Collinsville. And I guess we can talk a little bit about the upcoming GPs. They aren't AGPs anymore, just GPs.
Yep, they got rid of
Uh,
that A.
yeah, it's not area anymore. It's just a Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure
Ooh.
that's what it stands for. I
I'm
think.
pretty
I
sure
don't
that's
know.
what it stands for as well. So, if it's not,
Yeah.
we're just gonna go with it.
All right. So, um, 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah, two weekends ago
Yeah,
was
yep.
the states. So
Yeah.
we went to New Jersey. Me, Andrew, Brendy, and Sean all went. Three of us top aided. One of us did not.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, I
Dishonor.
know. I
Dishonor.
know. I know. Uh-huh. Yeah. Dishonor and all that crap. It was a close match. So, it happens.
Yeah,
You can't win
if
them
you
all.
if you had made top eight, you would have played me in top cut first.
Which, yet another event of us facing off against each other. Fun stuff, I guess.
You're the only one I didn't play. I played
Yeah.
I
Did you
played
really
Sean
play
and
the other?
Brendy.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Yeah, in a row. I played Sean round four and then Brendy round five.
Oh, geez. That's so rough when you have to play your teammates like that, especially in a row.
I mean, it was okay in that situation because like when you get to everyone sitting in the top, um,
That's
you're
true.
like
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, there's no way to avoid
So
it
if,
at
if
that
there's
point.
if there's a time to, that would be it. I played me and Sean played Valentina 2.0. I did a write up on that because he ended up finishing first. I ended up finishing fourth. That was because we got to the top four, which was me, him, Brendy, and another guy, and we were all tired. We were both matches were mirror matches, and we were like, we don't want to deal with this, so we just called it a split. And then we rolled 36d6 to decide the top, as you do. And
Yes,
Sean,
of course.
yeah, I suggested it, and I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this. This was a
They
mistake,
actually
but
went for it.
yeah, I was like, oh man, that was one of those Gerds moments where you just like someone's like we need have an idea, and you're just like I just go okay this, and it's like people are like yeah it's good. I'm like no,
No,
it's
it's not.
not. That was a joke. Okay, but yeah, I apologize for that cut. But that's how that played out. So me and Sean both played Valentina 2.0, literally the exact same list. Um, Brendy took Lumia, Hook, and Andrew took Dark Alice. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dark Owl's stealth.
Mm-hmm. Um, there was a lot of Lumia there.
There was so
Uh,
much Lumia, holy crap. It was
yeah.
pretty crazy how much Lumia was at the event. I was surprised.
Yeah, I played it 3 rounds, 3 of 5 rounds. So, yeah.
Yeah, I played it two. I only played it two of the 5 rounds.
I was okay with it because my matchup was pretty good against it, honestly.
I think that's probably Dark Alice's worst matchup out of the meta deck, so it was a little rough for me.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it was like every time I saw it, I was like, all right, this is fine. It's like a,
Yeah.
it's like a, I think honestly, 65, 70% in Val's favor. Um, yeah, it's pretty in Val's favor. So,
Yeah, because
uh,
they don't have any way to deal with her when she flips, right? It's just kind of, you know.
no, some of them, depending board in Black Moon memes, but honestly, I don't think I may have gone Black Moon beamed against Sean in our mirror, um, but that was the only time, and like at every other time, I just played really greedily into it, and it just never happened. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's good it paid off for you. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you just be super greedy and it pays off. Um,
Yep.
but this past weekend, uh, from us recording it, was recording words was the GP, just GP, Collinsville,
Just G.
and that was won by. Let me pull up the name because I had it open. It was Nate. Nate. Satiric. Oh God. Nate.
Yeah, just
It's
Nate.
won by Nate. I'm sorry. I'm not good with last names, but with uh he was playing Turbo Freezing, and the finals was against Vow 2. And I was really happy. Like I said, we didn't make it, but the finals, the top eight consisted of four Vow 2, which is what I would have taken. Um, so I'm kind of happy that that did well.
Yeah, I agree. I think Val 2 is just was a good choice for the event because I'm looking at the breakdown, and almost a quarter of the rulers were Lumia,
Yeah,
and
we
I would agree that Val is a has a good matchup against Lumia.
yeah we saw did so let's talk a little bit about the meta because you know uh coming in the past couple of seasons the metas haven't been great. They've been really one if not two deck formats, right? Last time was uh
It was
Feetsing
yeah, it's
Turbo
like
and
yeah,
Mikage Stealth. I'm trying to think what it was
yeah.
before that, but like it was
Before that was
Stealth.
World, right? Wasn't it
No, it was
World before
Stealth.
Lapis
Then
Cluster? Oh, yes, you're right. It was Stealth
yeah, which was
where
a
you
one
could
deck
play Stealth.
format. Let's be
Yeah, that
honest.
was a one deck format.
Um, and then it was
World, the World format, which
yeah, we
was
had that like one.
you had the
No,
Huang Rong deck, but honestly, it was like the
no.
core was
There
basically
was
the
like that one AGP which was matchstick. Um,
oh yeah, there was the
then
matchstick thing that
it
was
was
like
back to World. Uh,
yeah,
when the early rotation didn't happen. But
yeah.
this is the most diverse meta we've seen by far. I mean, there's five rulers in the top eight. You know, sure, half of it is Vow 2, but honestly, if you look at the um, percentage of Vow 2 that was there, it was only 10%, 9.5 to be exact. Um, but I think the reason there were so many in top was just because of the fact that Lumia, like you said, Lumia was almost a quarter. And as I point out, I feel like that matchup's pretty in Val's favor, um, without really having to put much effort into like the sideboard. Like your game one, the matchup's pretty in your favor. Um, so Yeah, and I mean that we didn't even see much Fox, which surprised me. Um, I looking at the numbers, I was definitely surprised that Lumia was the most popular there by far. Um, it I guess people, I don't know, I guess people are just really big fans of the deck, and I understand why. Like it just it if you start to win, if you get ahead, you're just gonna completely blow your opponent out of the water. It's just like it's not even going to be a contest if that most of the time if
Yeah.
that hook resolves.
Oh yeah,
So
Lumia has a really good snowballing effect. Is once you're put on the back foot against Lumia, it's super hard to recover, which is where her strength is. And I guess I can see why, you know, people wanted to play her so much because she is really powerful. I mean, blinking hook every turn is pretty brutal for most decks. Um, and yeah, but
yeah, and like we saw the lists having stuff besides just hook, like some um if you look at Ryan's list in particular, like they have like the Flipsias to really have some sort of Flipsias, and they have um Prisia 3 to have some early game disruptive elements.
yeah, and I just Flipsy. I think she gives like a good like she can provide like a late game beater. Like when you have a lot of stones out, she can pump herself really big and just be a threat. Or
Yeah.
or you could flip her and take your opponent's thing. I like
Hmm.
I like her a lot.
I'm just looking at it. It's interesting that they have Charlotte in the sideboard. I guess that's against the control lists. And they have, oh, I forget that card's name. But the guy that makes chance cost more, he's also in
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah. I don't remember what his name is either, but I know who you're talking about. The fish guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There and like
Yeah.
there's some good metagame calls. Like Tsukiyomi Noble shut down all of the
Mhm.
other decks that you know are
Oh
trying to
yeah.
do similar things.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, but like we saw. I mean, Hellman, we saw, and Haliceris ascended, make top. Not
Which
to.
is crazy.
Yeah, that one threw me for a loop. Much kudos to the pilot. I personally feel like it's just kind of a really good meta for the deck. I mean,
Yeah,
when
I
a
think that
quarter
was
of
a
the
good
field,
is Lumia
yeah,
hook trying to hook your stones away, and you're more or less immune to that. I think he made a good call bringing
it was actually,
Aliceris here.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I know there was a game loss in top eight, but I don't know if that's when they got knocked out.
Yeah, I'm not sure either when that
Uh,
was.
it, it it's also interesting uh, to note that a lot of fresh faces in the top. I mean, the the only player whose name I instantly recognize on this list is Ryan. Um,
Right. Yeah.
and I know the guy who was second. He said this was his first major event, and I'm pretty sure the guy who was first as well. Um, so that's really great. It's nice to see that we're not just stuck in. I don't
The
know.
same
I'm
like
just really happy about this meta.
Oh yeah, no, I'm super ecstatic. I mean, this is the greatest the game has been since I don't know, before I was playing. Like apparently the first like set or two there was a pretty diverse meta, but this is definitely by far the best it has been since I was started playing the game. I'm super happy with how it's been.
Yeah, it's interesting in um as far as the competitive scene goes, in my opinion, because it's like you see. I feel like part of the reason why you don't see all of these players topping that we saw topping every event last season is because it's not a 1-2 deck format. It's not.
Yeah, it's not who's better at playing the mirror. It's not only do you need to play your deck
Yeah,
well, you need to judge the meta game and make a good call on what deck you're playing. There's a lot more going into actually topping an event now, and not just I'm better at playing this deck than other people are, so I'm going to top every event.
yeah, yeah. I was, yeah. That was kind of what I was going for. I was going to word it a little bit differently, but yeah. Um, like, yeah, like it feels bad when you're going into prepping for an event and like your prep is just okay. Here's the top deck. Let's just play the mirror because
Because
welcome to
that's
the
all you're going
format.
to see, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like going into Nats, we really didn't prepare as much for the stealth mirror as we should have, and like it was fine for me. I managed to work my way through it and still topped, but like you didn't get as lucky or you know.
I actually played against a bunch of aggro players, which was rough for stealth because you're taking a bunch of life from yourself. Well, that was my unfortunate thing, was why
That
I
that
didn't quite
that day
make it.
was that day was stealth for me. It was like
Yeah,
three
yeah,
my
I
my
only played I
first three
think two or
rounds were just
three.
like whatever, and
Yeah.
then it was stealth mirror, stealth mirror, stealth mirror, stealth mirror, stealth mirror.
Oh my God. I only played two stealth people then. It was mostly for me just like the red burn decks, which is so rough to play against,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yep.
oh well.
Um, I'm trying to think like what else to really talk about. 'Cause we weren't there. So we can't go too deep on the event, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Um,
unfortunately.
and like
Yeah,
I know
just
going
couldn't make it.
forward, we won't be making Georgia, but we are planning on making it up to Montreal, as well
Yes.
as the ARG in Atlantic City. Everyone but me, as far as I know right now, plans on attending. Um, Sorry, I have my invites and other plans for that day, so
That's fine. Just
I'm gonna
abandon the
do that
team.
instead.
It's fine.
I'm abandoning you guys for. I'm abandoning one team for another team, but
Okay.
it's a soccer home
I
opener,
see.
dude. I already have my invite,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
so
no,
it's
I
pretty.
got you. I don't blame you, but I'm still gonna judge you.
I've been to every home opener for 6 years, man. I can't break it now.
Okay. I suppose you're in too deep this, so.
Yeah, there's no
Again, not
backing
gonna
out.
blame you. Not gonna blame you. Still gonna judge you.
I think I might even be missing a game for Montreal, but that's not a
Yeah,
concern.
you're not gonna skip. Yeah, it's rather go to our GPs. But I'm excited for these GPs coming up because I don't think like even like because I know before like once a deck has started to emerge as a large of it, most people are panicked like, oh no, ban this because it's too strong. But I think that honestly, and then maybe not the next event, but the one before, you're gonna see something else be a large portion, not quite Lumia, because I think the top couple of lists are all pretty even on each other, and so moving forward, people are
Y-
going to be more thinking about, oh, I'm going to prepare for Lumia, so you might not see as much of it, next GP or the one after that. Maybe you'll see like Charlotte or Fox or Dark Alice or something be in the portion, because that's for that event. That's going to be the best deck. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
it's interesting. 'Cause like I didn't even think about Feetsing Turbo at all. Uh, Coming in to this one, and I can see why it does well. Like if you can still just power out a Gliber on turn two, that's still really hard for the hook
Yeah.
deck to beat.
Yep.
Um, and it's like none the most of the decks aren't going to be as prepared for that. Uh, and so like it's a good opportunity for that to come back and be a major player. Um, but that may not be the case going into Georgia. And I mean, I know we're gonna have the Vingolf 3 dropping. Before then, we're gonna do a separate set review. I can't remember if I said that in the last one. I know I did in the one in the last episode. But we're gonna do our own separate thing. Just one long video review, so we have it all done at the same time. Um, but I really don't think I from what we've seen so far, um, just talking in generalities, I don't want to talk about anything specific, but I don't think it's gonna change the meta too much. I think if anything, it'll maybe make like one or two decks a little bit more stronger, potentially bring up another deck into the whole echelon of what's playable right now. Um, but I don't think it's gonna make anything too dominant. So it's still, I think we're looking at a really healthy couple of GPs going forward.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, from what I've seen from Vingolf, there's a couple of things that maybe might make something a little more relevant, but yeah, I don't think that it's going to do too much of a meta shakeup unless they spoil something insane. But I don't think we have much left in terms of what
Oh, holy
needs to
crap!
be
No,
spoiled.
no, there's a lot. I just looked. Apparently, it's a 100 card set.
Really? Holy crap.
Yeah,
That's a
and we have
pretty big,
40. Yeah, like I said, we'll talk about it.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. But I would totally agree that for the next couple of GPs, it's going to be super healthy. You're going to see a good spread of rulers all around, both in the top and just in general. So I'm pretty happy and excited for stuff moving forward.
yeah, it it. I think we're gonna see. I'm really interested to see how we look between going into Georgia. It's gonna be interesting. A, because the set just drops. So that's an issue. Um, you know, people have their chance to get it, but they may not be willing to play with the stuff yet. Um, but I think we're really going to see whether or not the meta is going to be good is at the ARG, which I won't be at. So,
So I guess we'll have to see.
well, I mean, I'll still do testing with you guys, but I'm
Right,
just not
right.
going to go play.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, because I'm going to need to do that testing for Montreal anyway. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I'm just trying to think what else there really is to talk about. It's our it's the first time doing one of these in a while, uh,
Yeah, just trying to
so I'm
get back
kind of
into the
not in the
swing of things.
mindset yet.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that we can mention other than, just reiterating that this meta is awesome and a lot of fun to play in. Like, that's the other thing that I like is like none of the decks like just don't feel fun. Like, yeah, it can suck getting Lumia'd out, but like, for the most part, I don't find any matchup to just be unfun
No,
to
no, I
play.
100% agree. Playing in states was by far the most I've literally enjoyed playing in a long time. Like I obviously um, always enjoy playing. I enjoy winning. Sorry, I'm that kind of person. But I really enjoyed the games outside of my straight mirror with Sean, which we both just hated life. Uh, except for the last game where we knew we were drawing. We gentlemen's agreed it, so we just kind of fooled around. But yeah, other than that, all of the matchups were fun. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, like even my games against Lumia were all quick. They were all so much quicker than the way it was before. Like me and Brendy, round two, we both were finished and we walked to a convenience store like 2 or 3 miles away because we had the time. Like
Yeah, exactly. You
we
might as
just
well.
had the spare time. Yeah, might as well pick up something to eat because we need till like, I don't know. If we had like breakfast and then we need till like 8 or 9. But
Yeah.
that's how it is. Um, yeah, I think I really like how I don't know if this is something that's really been done intentionally from a design standpoint uh, by FOCO, or if this is just something that sort of happened. But it really is one of the best metas we've had in a long time. It's just it's so diverse. It's so fun to play. Um, you know, you're seeing strategies that coming into it, everyone would have anticipated Fox being the best. Like if you had asked me my
Yeah.
opinion right after um, Legacy lost. Legacy
Yeah.
lost this
Right
last
after I.
whatever the last set
Yeah.
was had just
Yep.
dropped. I would have said honestly probably Fox. Um,
hmm
I wouldn't even have put Lumia up there honestly. I wouldn't have put Dark Alice in there. I definitely wouldn't have put Charlotte in there. Um, I still don't think Charlotte's good, but that's that's my
Mm,
prerogative.
yeah. Yeah. No, but I agree. I'm happy. There's a lot of really like good different rulers to play, and they're all like different like play styles too, which is another just added bonus to it. It's not just like this control deck versus that control deck. You know, you got like an aggressive deck, a combo-y deck, a mid-range value kind of deck, and you got your control deck. I like it.
Your tempo deck. Um,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, as I said, let's close with this. Uh, as I said, we're not going to Georgia, but if you if you were going to Georgia, what would you A take personally, and what would you actually recommend taking? Because this meta is really diverse, and one of the hardest aspects of, doing well in a diverse meta is picking the right deck for an event. It's not just, as we pointed out earlier, okay, go grab this, grind the mirror, because that's what it's gonna be. It's like, okay, I actually need to figure out what base I want, how I want to tune it. Not gonna talk about tuning right now because that's a whole
Oh yeah, it's a
another
whole nother
process.
discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we could
Um.
really sidetrack on that, but I think we're already at like
Oh yeah.
25 minutes and we're trying to get these a little bit shorter.
Yeah. Exactly. If I was gonna go, probably, I'd probably would be between Val 2, um, maybe Feasting. I haven't played enough Feasting to really put it. Maybe Val 2 Feasting, or I mean, I'm gonna say Dark Alice because Dark Alice is my favorite ruler, and I just like playing her. But I think she's not too awful in a position. But I think Val 2 would probably be my choice. Yeah, I think that's what I would play.
Yeah. Okay. Um, I would if I were going, I'd obviously need to. We've done all testing, except for with feasting, so I need to see how feasting works into
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
But like, if I were going right now, with what I know right now, I'd be going with Val 2. It plays very much like a tempo deck, um, where you really dictate the speed, I guess, and it's got. I mentioned this in my article, but the reason why I took it to states is because it's got so many lines. You have six insanely powerful abilities, and then one that reduces the activation cost of your Mary Bell. Um, and it's just there's so many lines of play, lines of thought, different ways you can approach each game. Uh, it it lets you really work your way out of situations. it also kind of makes it easier for your opponent to mess up and not account for everything.
Yeah, I would agree. I
Um,
just
but
I'm
yeah,
yeah, I was gonna
we'd have to
just
test Feetsing,
oh
because
yeah,
I
because
don't
I
know.
haven't played that. Haven't
I
played that
played it a
feat
little bit back when it was the
like
deck.
the yeah.
Yeah, because I played it against Lane a lot for testing for the previous states, which I didn't go to. Um, but yeah, it's a really powerful shell. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
underestimate that one.
Hmm.
I'd probably take one of those two, honestly. I think being proactive is probably the better call right now. Um, just because it's so not defined. There's so many sort of angles people can go at you from. You need to. It's better to present the threats than to try to have something that can answer all of the threats. That's why I didn't take um, a control shell, despite me being me. Um, and I think that's even more true now with the AGP or the GP results. Just
Yeah.
making it even harder to identify what is and what is not the decks to beat.
Right, right. Yeah.
Okay. Um, trying to think if I have anything else before we finish. I know we we've got videos out. We're gonna work on some more. We're working on. I just picked up a thing to get a little bit of a higher camera view. Um, so I have to figure out getting that set up, but that'll be soonish. You know, should be here in a week or two, and then take me about a week to figure it out. But once I do that, it'll be a little bit different. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's any like
Yeah.
site stuff.
Yeah, I can't think of anything other than yeah, we got the stand thing to help improve some video stuff. Articles coming out regularly. I know I got one in the works. Should be out soon. I think we have one or two others being worked on. So just keep an eye for us posting content. Always putting out new stuff.
Yeah, and like I said, one pretty much once we have the full Vingolf spoilers, we'll try to go through it and do a video review of it within that week. Um, and hopefully get that out as quick as possible. Uh, but yeah, that should be better. That's going to be a longer one, but because
Oh
we're going to
yeah.
talk about every individual card.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, we've always done it here, which fills time, which is nice. But on the other hand, uh, it's easier to just listen to something shorter, and it's
Exactly. Yep.
uh, we we a have all the information, so we know whether or not something will be decent. We don't have to say,
Yeah.
there
Instead
might
of
be
theory
something that'll make
crafting.
this thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
And yeah, we don't have to
Yeah.
deal through it. Theory crafting, it's pretty much,
Yeah.
it
Pretty
just
much.
makes it
Yeah.
a
It's
lot
just
easier.
exactly. I
And we'll
agree.
actually finish it because I feel like
Yeah.
I think there are a couple which we just never finished, um, because we're really lazy about recording these.
It's really bad sometimes.
We meant to do this last week, but I got sick, if you couldn't
Yes, you did.
tell. Uh, so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll try to get back into a
Do it a
schedule.
little. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
do
I
what we
think it would be a
can.
good thing to try and do. Yep. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't think I have anything else to add.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, look out for those things coming up in the future. We're gonna work on those, get those done when we can. Hopefully more of these um, in a timely manner. Well,
Yes.
I make no promises. I
We'll
make no
try.
promises.
We will try.
We already have two lost episodes. We don't need more.
Yeah, we can't add more lost episodes.
Yeah, but all
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening. Catch you next time.